Is the Victrix Pro BFG about to make your Pro controller obsolete? Stay tuned and find out because it could be a game changer. PDP, once again, recently has come out swinging with a Pro controller, whose core features really focus on playstyle and different game types. Officially licensed and compatible with the Xbox Series consoles, PC, and PlayStation 5, the BFG is priced at a reasonable, or maybe not so reasonable, $179.99. This aims to compete with controllers like the Elite Series 2 and other Pro models that you'll find both on the Xbox and the PlayStation. It features a modular design with customizable layouts like a 6-button fight pad to appeal to the esports enthusiasts and those also looking to optimize for that competitive edge. While the thumbsticks that come with the controller are standard, they also offer a Hall Effect stick module upgrade that you can get available on the PDP website. Doesn't come stock with the controller, but you can order it separately. It supports a 2.4 gigahertz wireless connection. Now, this is done by a USB dongle to improve its latency. The Xbox version of the controller has a Bluetooth support for the PC. It's quoted at having a 20-hour battery life with a 2000 mAh cell, but we've not really seen anyone in forums or anything online say that they've gotten much over 10 hours. None of us reviewing it, myself, Gordy, or EgoTrip, ended up running out of any juice during any of our playtesting. With Gordy's longest run, he had the most hands-on, being about 3 hours.
The Victrix Pro BFG has a sleek Xbox-centric style design, though it's not quite as sturdy feeling as the official Xbox Elite controller. However, what it lacks in heft, it more than makes up for with its modular versatility, letting you swap thumbsticks, D-pads, and even a full 6-button fight pad to accommodate for different playstyles. The lightweight yet durable frame feels great in hand, with textured grips for comfort during long game sessions.
Pro BFG is made for a wide variety of playstyles across your favorite video game types. The modules allow for either a classic Xbox or PlayStation controller layout. It comes with a variety of interchangeable pieces that include the 3 modules, varying thumbsticks, and D-pads. The module to note is the 6-button fight pad with micro switches that offer immediate response similar to an actual fight stick. The Pro BFG has a tournament lock feature and default SOCD mode adhering to the current Capcom rule set. Playing corded with the fight pad has a very low latency, which makes the Victrix Pro BFG a legitimate option for tournaments. If you're wondering who this controller is for, well, it's for everyone. It's great for every type of game from Diablo to Cyberpunk to Fortnite, but the standout here is the 6-button layout and low latency. This makes the Pro BFG an ideal controller for games like Street Fighter, Tekken, and Guilty Gear. Other Pro controllers aren't optimized for fighting games, and that's where this stands out.
So we can't properly review a controller without playing some games. So we each had some hands-on. Gordy and I, of course, were on Xbox, and EgoTrip is on PlayStation. So I played primarily fighting games because I wanted to kind of get a feel for the fighting game side of how this controller worked with. So played Mortal Kombat. When I played Mortal Kombat, I kept it on with the stick and the 4-button layout because Mortal Kombat obviously doesn't translate very well to a 6-button layout. The different D-pads here, I'm not like a huge fan of this D-pad. You like it a lot. I am more a fan of the D-pads that are kind of like Xbox D-pad or the traditional regular one. But this is serviceable and it was cool, and you're able to do good down forward fireball motions and stuff like that for fighting games, but it wasn't my preferred. I like the other ones a little better. Gordy, what did you play?
Well, I played all kinds of games. I wanted to test the pedals, so I messed around with Diablo. I wish you could, have more slots in that game to use these separately, but
we had a big Fortnite session, you, me, and EgoTrip, and you were on this controller. Did it play well? Did you use the paddles when you were playing it? Fortnite?
I did try the paddles. I didn't like it, but I did use this larger thumbstick along with this attachment here. I was messing around with the hexagonal gate. This is the round one, just, and it's a kind of an interesting feel. But what I mostly played was Street Fighter, Tekken, some classic games.
Well, when you were playing Tekken, you clawed it, right? You
claw with Tekken, because that's how I play those games like Soul Calibur. But this, I was dropping fewer inputs. My charge moves were better. Down to forward was really great. I don't think I'll play fighting games without this anymore. And then the 6-button layout, I love it. These triggers are so much more responsive than your standard button. They, right when you click down, it actuates the moment it hits. So it's a little different than your standard button.
It should be noted also that we're not very big fight stick players.
Yeah.
We've obviously in the past years ago reviewed many fight sticks, but our preference is playing fighting games on controllers.
Exactly.
We're casual players. We're not competitive.
So these buttons are great. They actuate instantly upon pressing. Very clicky, very satisfying.
Low latency as well.
And then you can plug it directly into the system and it's perfect. The thing I loved about this, I don't think I'll play Street Fighter 6 without this. The 6-button layout is just perfect. So a lot of fight games. This is a controller for every kind of game, but none of the other Pro controllers are optimized for fighting games like this one.
So that's kind of what we played. That was our playtime with it. What about you, Ego?
So a few of the games I played with this controller were Street Fighter 6, Fortnite, and Star Wars Outlaws. One of the games I'm most excited to try this out with is the new Monster Hunter game coming out.
PDP seems like set out to make more than just your standard controller here. Gone are the days of having those crappy, translucent, goofy feeling, mushy button nonsense that you would get back on like the old Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo type of days. Third-party controllers are really actually pretty good now. They have raised the bar on what you can do with a third-party controller with this. The Victrix Pro BFG is like having 3+ controllers in one. With its modular design, it seamlessly adapts to gaming styles and genres, allowing players to switch between layouts for any type of game you play. Its excellent build quality, customization, and swappable modules really make it an excellent value. When compared to other third-party controllers of similar quality, the Victrix Pro BFG offers features and versatility that kind of feel like a level above.
So the pros for me with the controller were how it felt in my hands. The weight was right. It wasn't too heavy. It wasn't too light. It didn't feel like cheap in my hands. Another thing I really loved about it is that it has 4 back buttons on it. There's a controller out there with 2 back buttons that's, PlayStation proprietary to PlayStation, but I have a lot more options with 4 back buttons. Another great feature that goes hand in hand with the back buttons is having multiple profiles. So I can set them up on the fly, I can change or just have a dedicated profile, or I can just disable the back buttons entirely. So if I'm playing like a fighting game, I don't accidentally hit one of those buttons and, throw an unintentional kick out or something. And another great pro to the controller is the battery life, at least for PlayStation. Out of the box, I want to say it lasted me about 6 hours without a charge. If I fully charge it, I can only imagine. The biggest con for me is no haptics on the PS5 version of this controller. So if you're looking for vibration or any sort of haptics in the triggers, this does not have it. But it's not a game killer, or it's not a game changer for the controller. I'd still highly recommend this for anybody who wants a good fight pad, or if you're a player that uses like a claw style, this will help you get some hand relief. Oh my god, I love this controller.
Gordy! No! My toes!
What did you guys think?
So, I play primarily on an Xbox, but this is a multi-console household. We've got Xbox, we've got PlayStation 5, we've got Nintendo Switch, we've got PCs. Gordy the same. We don't discriminate against things. So when I play on the Xbox, I have been playing on the Xbox Elite Series 2, so I'm able to speak accurately comparing the two. Now, this obviously comes in at a pretty hefty price, $180. If you were to buy an Elite New, about $125, depending on the sale you're getting. So
Wow.
there's a price difference between these two Pro controllers.
Yeah.
But why is that? Why is this? Well, it's because of the modular features. This obviously only has slight customization with the D-pad and the sticks, whereas this, completely customizable, Gordy. Completely.
So when did that one come out? That Elite?
Oh, geez. Series 2 came out, I want to say, at least 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay, so this is February of 2024. It is also newer.
So this is a year old, so it's a little newer. Yes, of course.
It feels a little bit heavier. I actually looked at the internals. There's a lot going on here. This is a quality controller.
I like it.
This is pretty quality. The difference here is this can be optimized for FGC, for fighting games.
But the thing that's interesting to note is the Xbox version, $180. The PlayStation version, $180. PlayStation version, not as many features. PlayStation doesn't have rumble capability, whereas the Xbox version does. So that's a little bit of something for you to consider depending on what you're buying. Gordy, who is the primary market for this controller? Who is this for? Who's going to buy this? Who wants this?
The standout is that people who play all different genres of game that want that fighting game edge or the optimization for those types of games. So it's really for anyone. If you like racers and you also do first-person shooters, yeah. But if you do play fighting games, I mean, come on, 6-button layout.
Yeah. Is this good for your casual gamer, like a kid that's sitting around playing Fortnite for 12 hours a day? Is this a worthy purchase, or are they comfortable with their standard controller that came with their system? Is this geared more towards more hardcore gamers?
I think it is geared towards hardcore gamers.
Agreed.
I would say, I mean, you have options for tournament play and Capcom standard play, but I think it's geared more towards like serious gamers.
Yeah, I mean, it is called a Pro controller for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, Gordy, do we recommend this controller?
Well, you go first. Do you recommend it?
I recommend. It's good. It feels good. The customization is really enticing. And not to mention, can we just talk about visually? This is a sexy controller.
Yeah,
it looks really good. It's just a beautiful controller. I think it's really quite appealing compared to the black drab. The white really appeals to me. I like it a lot. Yeah. So yeah, I recommend it if you've got the scratch for it. It is pricey, but if you're taking your gaming seriously and you're wanting to get in competitions and you want to really up your level, yeah, it's a good controller. It's worth it for sure.
I just love the versatility, but I'm not going to play fighting games without this controller. I'm not going to do without this anymore. And I love that diamond D-pad. So.
Gordy, I think that's the end of this review.
It is. We've finished. Keep an eye out on our channel for additional videos on the Victrix.
Yeah, we'll do a couple other things. But here's the thing. If you don't like and you don't subscribe, you don't tick the bell, you'll never know.
Yeah.
You'll never know. And then you'll be like, gosh, I don't know what controller to buy. I wish there was a channel that told me. Yeah, this is it. Like, subscribe. Check it out. So thanks for watching R24. That wraps it up here. Thanks for watching. That wraps it up. This is R24. Gordy.
Sorry. One more time. From the top.
This is R24.